Hello everyone. So let us just wait for some time. Hi Charan, hi Titanium, hi Blogger. Please perform with NoSQL database MongoDB. That should be easy to connect though, but we will see. So hi everyone, we have Christopher with us as well. Let us wait a couple of more minutes for others to join, and yeah, we will then begin. It's fine now, sir. I think no worries.
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll wait for some time and then we will talk about the agenda of this particular session. But I hope everybody is doing good and I hope everybody is able to hear us very much clearly. Perfect. Hello, hello. So here we'll use fine tuning or any other at the end. Fine tuning is not required for this, but here our focus will be developing agents.
So I think they are
What
majorly
approach?
asking on the projects. Sorry to cut you. They are asking for the project majorly. Like we are doing a project today to make a SQL agent. So
Yeah.
that is
So
what
that
they're
only I'm
asking.
saying. Uh, I'm going through your Gen AI course in Udemy. It is awesome. Yeah, thank you. So our main aim over there was again to create a detailed course itself. But anyhow, so many people, are also like saying why we are launching so many courses. See, guys, these all are like dedicated courses that we are launching. But apart from that, we are also very much active in YouTube. We are probably giving you free sessions completely end to end, everything as such. Okay, here in our live courses you get more hand holding, more advice, more opportunities. That is the main reason, and my main aim is basically to form a very good team who can help you at any stage. So Mayank is also part of my team now. You'll also be seeing some people joining our team very soon, and their faces, because alone one person cannot do each and everything. It is always good to have multiple people with different backgrounds, different experience. The kind of work that they do, actually it looks really good. So thanks to your videos, I got a 23 lakhs per annum data scientist offer as fresher. So this is nice, right, Mank?
Yeah.
As a fresher.
As a fresher, 23 LPS, I think the highest anyone can get, honestly. So congrats,
Yeah.
APK.
Which company that is APK? Name is also APK. We cannot even search him in.
Google or somewhere.
Hey, what is this? That is nice, right?
Ah,
Spark.
those yeah, some effects in Mac. So for 23
In Mac only
LPS.
you'll get that. In
Yeah,
Mac
sir.
only
So
you'll get
it's
that.
in the Mac in the top. Basically, you get this thing. So few effects
Hmm.
just to celebrate. Yeah.
Nice. Your ML of Udemy is also boon. Yeah. So a lot of things are coming, guys. So we are trying our level best to probably. Sir, what's the criteria to join your team? Very keen to know. Mank, do you want to talk about this? What is the criteria to join your team?
Honestly, I think you should be very good in what you do. So that's the thing first, like first related to AI and things. And I think more than knowledge, you will be. It's not actually a work. It's like if you don't really want to do this, if you have knowledge, then you will reach out. Yeah, I think that is the thing.
Mank,
I
are you
cannot
are
have
you
any
learning?
criticism.
Are you working 80 plus hours, 70 plus hours, 90 plus hours? Like
Again, sir,
most
I
people.
think for me it is a different way. So me and Chris, sir, we are collaborating, and it's like we don't even count the hours. I think for us it is never about the hours. I happily work on Saturday, Sunday, maybe take a break in between, do some other work if I had to do consulting. So yeah, everything goes with that. I think it's about the work. If you like it, then it's not a matter of what are hours you're spending.
Mayank, can you tell? Do I do micromanagement? Many people say that, Krish, it is not possible to probably do micromanagement and all. So, do I do micromanagement or like how do we work? Actually, we
No,
can talk about.
again, I think everyone. So I will just like to clear it. Like, it is not some company which me, Chris, like we are kind of like, yeah, it is special technologies is there, but we are just doing what we like for real, right? It is not. in a way that okay, it is a typical job. We are working. I will be honest here. So I have worked with startups and big companies alike, and right now also along with this, I am doing consulting and other works as well, which I do. So I don't count the hours, and I might be working more than what I was working in any of the companies. Like right now at this part of my life, with all the things I'm doing, but honestly, it doesn't matter. And I don't think any micromanagement or anything is there. As I said, me and Chris, we are collaborating and we are working in a way that we both learn a lot from each other and try to make sure that we can give the best value out for the students. That is what our aim is. Our aim is not that we will work in a way in a company and then have some sprint boards or something, nothing like that. So, yeah.
मयंक भैया लिंक्डइन पर अपनी पुरानी फोटो पोस्ट करके मोटिवेट करते रहते हैं.
Yes, Rajat. So I've started that. Those things are really true, man. So whenever I'm pointing that out, I try to search photos. I don't have many of them, unfortunately, but how many I have do get motivated.
Okay. Perfect, Mike. Let's start. Then we can start this particular agenda. Well, we can talk about the agenda and then, probably take up other.
Sure. So everyone, we will be first discussing a little bit majorly on your Q&As about the course. So many of you might be aware we are bringing a course. Let me share my screen so that you can see the same. I think I myself has walked through it 3-4 times in the last couple of lives. So let me add the screen. Hopefully you can see it now. Yeah. So as you all have seen, like after this, we will be like Sunny will be joining us shortly as well. Okay. So we will be doing a project using LangGraph, right? In that we will be making a SQL query maker. So that is going to be an awesome project again. In the past couple of videos, we have used QAI, then LangGraph also. Sunny did another project. Chris sir also has a video on Phi data. So we are just making sure that you are able to understand what exactly is agentic AI. So in each of these videos, I first come and give you a very good introduction, help you to answer your doubts based on my experience, then walk you through that what all will be in the course. Always we maintain that we are telling you this with all the mindset that if you think it will be helpful for your career, then buy it and you will be for sure learning a lot of things. Apart from that, majorly we are trying that you see that okay exactly how we are teaching, what is the approach, what level of projects we are doing. So hopefully all of us will be learning a lot with that in free. And yes, that is why we are doing these sessions. So let me just come back to the course 1 second, everyone, and we'll take your doubts in just a bit. So yeah, I'm going to share the screen. Okay, just a second, everyone. I think my screen. Just give me a second. Okay, so just sharing the screen, so it is giving an issue.
So if you just have the knowledge of generative AI, it will be sufficient to know before learning AI agents. Okay. Continue, Mike, please.
Yeah, sure. So as you can see, everyone, this is the course which we are talking about: live agentic AI with Gen AI applications with Cloud Bootcamp. So just like our data engineering batch, which we are like right now also doing, we have majorly made sure to focus on cloud. Pretty easy reason that it is something which companies do use. So we want that if anyone is learning from us, he has a full experience and learning, so that if he is giving interview, he can showcase that how to deploy those projects. And all these frameworks, they work pretty well with like all the deployments in cloud, right? So that is our major focus here. As you can see, this is majorly about the course. Start date is 25th January, I think. So we have 10 days left. And if I remember right, I think we have around 60 or 70 seats left. So I think I checked that yesterday. So if you are interested, as we said, we are making sure that all of these batches, they are in a limited capacity, so we can help each and every student properly. Mentors, this course will be divided between mentors. So me and Chris sir will be there along with us. Sunny and Paul will be there. We will be dividing it based on the expertise of each and everything. That said, please at any time feel free to reach out to any of the mentors, and we will be more than happy to help you. So duration is 4 to 5 months, and timings will be 3 to 6 p.m. IST. Some people had a doubt here. It's not 9, it's IST, like Indian Standard Time, and 3 to 6, right? Duration will be 4 to 5 months. Then this is from where you can download the whole syllabus, everyone. So this is the syllabus in the full PDF format. We have this syllabus. Chris sir mentioned in the last batch that the dashboard access will be for 1.5 years. When we talk about dashboard access, what we mean there is that you will be given the full, like on this Learn Krishna Academy, you will be having the full access where you can log in. Then you will have a community forum basically. You will have a chat section where you can chat with your peers, and you will see all the videos which we are taking. So all the recorded videos, they will be available to you along with this full dashboard for 1.5 years. After that, we have the community chat forum, as I said, live doubt clearing after session. Many students normally ask me that, sir, how will you be clearing the doubts? So just like I clear your doubts here, like taking it one by one and everything and making sure that the doubt is clear. I will be real honest there. You can reach out to us on email and everything as well. But my philosophy always is that when we are teaching, we are making sure that the doubts get clear then and there only. Then we will for sure have hackathons as well in this course majorly. I had many new use cases in mind, which of course will be very, very fun to implement. And maybe we can automate a lot of things in our day-to-day life using those things. Then job referrals, if any. So we do have a good connections and overall network. If and we are trying, like if we can collaborate with the companies. So our aim will be that students who are studying from us, provided they have done it properly, they have a good knowledge, if we can refer them to the relevant openings. And then in the end, resume discussion and mock interviews. For the course, you can very well reach out to this number. And if you have any other query, you can reach out to any of the mentors, or normally just feel free to ask your Q&As here. Now, if you will click this link, let me share
Mike,
this.
I've just you can just reload the page. Now it is 1.5 years. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sir, sure. So everyone, I have given the link, and let me reload again. Yes, so it has been updated, everyone. It's now 1.5 years as we have promised, because many students were normally asking that it should be 1 year normally is less. Though I will be really honest here, please make sure that you complete this within a year. There will be new frameworks which will be coming. So we don't want that just keeping the resource you are slacking behind. Bad, like the worst strategy to happen. Okay. Now, if you will just click on this link, providing that as well. Yes, Pedro, you can take this outside India as well. Okay, so before I jump to the syllabus, again, I have covered this in multiple previous videos as well. Let me quickly take the Q&As. Pedro, you can take the course from abroad as well. So reach out via WhatsApp to this number, or you can just directly go to the website. The amount will show in the currency, right? USD or euros. So I hope that should be fine. So doing freelance count as an experience? In the industry, not really. So if you ask me, in the industry, it is not the case. Okay. Everything available for free rider. Again, I think the first thing, why I'm not sure why you are posting that, but it should be fine. So 1 minute. Yes, everything might be, but then students also don't do that. Plus, the way we have structured this course, I don't think you will find that anywhere on free. 1 minute. Yeah, don't spam. Why not? Not sure why people spam. Anyways.
It's okay. The spam part is
There we
taken
go.
care of.
So yeah, Vishnu, freelance experience, majorly companies don't consider that as an experience, though it depends a lot on type of work you have done, right? If you can get an experience letter from the, let's say, any freelance, like for whom client or anything, but majorly no, it is not taken as an experience. But if you have done a very great work and you are able to showcase that, let's say you have actually created some good products, that will be good. Yes, Sachin, you will be getting all the recordings. So, as I said, everyone, when I talk about this 1.5 years of dashboard access, it means that you will be having each and everything. So, let me just a second. I will show you the same thing from one of the batch we are taking, so that you get an idea that how exactly that's going to be. Okay. So, just give me a second, everyone. So this is what we mean when we say dashboard access, everyone. So hopefully my screen is visible. Yes. So you will see that this is one of the batch which we are taking again, big data engineering. Here we have the videos, right? So I took this class on 22nd December, 28th December. Then we are doing Hadoop, MapReduce. Yeah, and this batch is also going pretty great. We have all these things. We have some recordings as well So it's from the basics only. So Linux command and everything. You will see these videos like they are recorded, right? This is the class which I took. This is available to you. All the resources, you can download these resources. You have this Q&A, right? So this is what you will get for 1.5 years, right? All the recordings of the class we take, anything which we want to give you as a recorded to maybe as a prerequisite for the lecture, all the resources along with the notes, the codes, each and everything you will be getting. Then your chat forum, so that I cannot open because I'm logged in as an instructor, but you can open the chat and you can ask. So there, all the members of your group, basically of your course will be there. So you can ask anything, you can keep on touch with them, all these things. Along with that, of course, we will have a proper post kind of a thing, just like you can post anything, post your learnings, and others can help you with that. So yeah, I hope this is clear, everyone. The dashboard part. Okay, so recordings available. Yes. So whatever purchaser codes in between, should I be able to get previous lectures? Amarnath, as I said, we have limited seats. Though if you are purchasing in between, you should be able to get them. So yeah, make up your mind. As I said, like limited seats are there. Few we might increase based on the request, but yeah, that would be helpful. Okay. And yeah, one thing I mentioned, forget to mention. So for students who are enrolling, Krish 10 you can use, and that is going to give you a 10% discount. Okay, so Krish 10 will just ping it as well again with the link so that you are able to use that. Krish 10, great. Is it in Java or Python, Rohit? It will be in Python, proper in Python. Python is the go-to language, honestly, for major use case in AI. That said, doesn't mean that you cannot use other language, but it is the easiest, most usable, right? So let's do it in Python only. And I think if you know one language properly, you can code in other language as well. Now with AI as well. So yeah, it is going to be that. Dinosaur data engineer and AI engineer will be a little bit big, so I will take it up towards the end. Okay, no worries. Prerequisite for the course. So sure. So yeah, let me just cover the prerequisites. So everyone, if you will download this particular PDF which we are referring to, if you will go here and click on this detailed syllabus, here you will see the first page, like after, sorry, third page, right, as the prerequisite only. So these are the prerequisites. Again, we will not be teaching you Python from scratch here. That you can see from Chris's channel or my channel as well, right? I also have a YouTube channel which share that. So those are the updated videos. You can go through them to learn Python. Then NLP and some basics of GenAI. So Python deep learning frameworks, right? Majorly the deep learning part, the transformers architecture, GANs and everything. We expect that you will be knowing these things. And so that we can quickly start with Agentic AI and GenAI use cases, and then teach you everything related to cloud so that you can make the projects and directly use them and list them in your CV and be able to comfortable with that. If you have still a lot of time, so I will suggest that if you've done this some time ago, please revise that. But please make sure that you are having these things clear, right? Because it is going to be very much helpful. I don't want that for students. They don't have prerequisites clear and everything is going out of their mind. Okay, so this thing, please make sure that you clear it. If I just scroll down, you will see the instructors here as well. Okay, so all the instructors, the four which I talked about. As I said, this will be divided between the mentors based on their expertise. Okay, so keeping it very clear. Then we have the modules by module. This I believe I have done a lot of time. So just I will scroll it down. Okay, any specific doubt in any particular topic, you can ask me. Else I will be more into Q&A today, because in the last video as well I have gone through it, and one prior to that I have covered that. Okay, what exactly this is. So this is the structure, everyone, the module, the topic. We have just written what we will be exploring and basically a table to better help you navigate the same. So introduction to agentic AI, then Phi data, agentic AI framework, very good. We have the video in Krishna channel as well for that. LangChain, something which is used a lot in your AI applications as well. So yeah, one thing more, please make sure, as I said on the prerequisite part, if you are completely new, let's say a fresher in college or something, please first do the prerequisite part, or maybe check out some other course from Udemy, because then a lot of things will not be clear to you, and we don't want that, right? Then next one is your LCEL, LangChain Expression Language, LangSurf, LangGraph. Okay, we are going to use that as well today. UX and human in the loop framework. So human in the loop workflows are basically very helpful in LangGraph. Then we have Agentic RAG, designing multi-agent system with LangGraphs. The reason I'm going again pretty quickly is that have already covered that, and so it takes a lot of time. We'll be more focusing on Q&A with Krista today. QAI platform, we use that in the last video. Okay, so we use this to make a project in the last video. Please see that. It will be in the live section only. Langflow overview and setup. Langflow, it's a pretty long topic. Then we have the integration with third-party tools. Again, very important. I feel that these are the things which will help you to make your projects, right? You can go to the website, learn about the framework, but when it comes to making the project, connecting the bits and pieces, that is where this integration, especially on cloud and everything, which we will be teaching, comes into picture. So LangFuse for your LLM observability. So once you have made your LLMs, how are you going to observe them? Then metrics and monitoring via LangWatch. Then we have the Langsmith, okay, for enhancing and testing. Langsmith is majorly used. Then AutoGen, very important technology. Of course, we have to automate our like the system for generating our AI models. Then, if you move forward, end-to-end agentic AI projects. So again, many people ask this. Yes, we will be doing projects in this particular uh, course, like our every course, and we make sure that those projects are something which you enjoy doing, and you can list down on your CV as well, so that you can tell about the project in an interview. 18 AWS Cloud and Services. This you will see the color theme changing. The reason is we are now moving towards the cloud part, right? So AWS Cloud Services will be telling you each and everything about cloud. Then as we move forward, AWS Bedrock. Then SageMaker, again, very important thing for anyone who wants to get into data science, machine learning, AI. Then we have the Lambda for serverless computing. Then AWS API Gateway, so as to make sure that you can make those endpoints through which you can connect and serve your services. Text summarization with AWS services. So we'll see that how you can connect multiple services and do this particular project. Then fine tuning foundation models on custom data. Fine tuning again is a very important part of any ML, deep learning, or AI model. So we will be seeing that how we can fine tune the model, right? And especially doing that on the cloud as well. So we will be using AWS SageMaker here. Now, project on the AWS, we will try that we are doing at least 2 projects, so and even more than that, so that we have the full understanding and comfortability that all what we have learned, we are able to apply them on real cloud-based platform. One thing more, we will be using trial of these clouds. Okay, so to make sure that you don't incur any extra cost. That said, if in some case it changes or some issue is there, it will be very minor. We will be guiding you that how you can have how you can kill the resources when the time is there. So you will not be getting any major cloud cost as well, right? Same we are following on the data engineering as well. Then GCP and Vertex AI, I introduced that in last to last session as well. And Gemini models with Vertex AI and Google AI Studio. It's pretty good. Like if you will see Vertex AI, the way you are able to create your LLM models and basically agentic AI is there. That is really very easy and something which I like a lot. So we will be exploring that as well. And then we will be doing a project on GCP as well, right? And yeah, I think this was all, everyone. Again, as I said, have covered this in complete depth in the last video as well, so you can go through that. And let me now go back. So this is the course, everyone. As I said, please use Krish 10 for 10% discount. Right? Krish 10. Yeah. This is all about the course. And for in-depth syllabus, please download this. Yeah. So you can download this here. I have shown you the dashboard. Each and everything I think we have already seen. Yeah. Cool, sir. I think this was the major thing. Let us see the some Q&As. I think you're already replying a lot of them. Yeah. Rishabh, I don't guess EMI option is there. Just try to reach out once. Okay. Right. One minute, everyone. Yeah. So, okay. And as I said, everyone, feel free to reach out to me or any of the mentors if you have any doubts. We will be
Hello.
making sure that we clear a lot of
Hello.
them.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mike,
sir.
can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm
yes, sure.
saying
Not
that
a
I
problem.
have to probably go out because Sunny will not be able to take the session then. Okay.
Okay, okay,
So
no worries.
I will just drop off and I'll make Sunny join. Okay.
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. 1 minute, yeah. Just a second, everyone. Some like SteamYard, we have many people, so just trying to give the OTP. Okay, so let me just have the doubts. Let me see it. Ashish, with respect to DevOps engineer, like if you have the knowledge again, if you have the prerequisites on cloud, I hope you will be very good. So yes, with there it will be a lot helpful to you. If you are planning to switch again, as a DevOps engineer, agentic AI can be used by you, but if you're planning to switch into AI part or automate a lot of like let's say some of your work, then it can be useful. Okay. Is it possible to create agents in Spring Boot or other Java framework? Tech Titans, with from my experience, I think language is just a tool, so you can use any language honestly. But as I said, Python is the one which is used majorly. All the frameworks you will find that how they are most supported and best in Python. Okay, so 1 minute. Hello, Mayank. Will all the projects will be shown as modular coding structure? Hemang, we will be following that. So we will be make sure that we are following the industry practices as have been also suggested by the these frameworks, right? So the frameworks which we will be following, they will be in a proper code structure which is deployable on cloud, right? We are using the cloud. Okay. 1 minute, everyone. So just a second. Cool. Physics will go for it. Ah, strange. No worries. When I ask for Q&As, don't know why this comes into picture. But anyways. Okay, I'm just trying to go through the things like spam a lot. Not sure. Akshay, you can see the recording. Will be a lot of recap. In this course, we will be using AWS and GCP, as I have mentioned already, right? So again, any cloud is good for heavy lifting as such. It's totally on you. AWS and GCP and Azure, like these are three major clouds which are getting used, and I think they are good, more than good. Like anything should not be a problem there, right? So great, everyone. You will also be finding that the course link and form there, so you can fill that as well. Let me just see the questions. Data scientist versus AI engineer. First data scientist, then AI engineer. Like that is how you learn. Okay, not in terms of any level. Great. Okay. Vishnu, see, 3 month gaps is going to be a problem. Plus, you have to also understand that with this course, you have to get your basics also a lot right. Okay, so I will be really honest here. 3 months gap, if you have to, of course, come up with a reason for that. Upskilling is a good reason. And if you enter into this field, there will be a little less competition because, again, not many people are inside this particular technologies and everything. But if you have to be really good, so I will expect that you will be putting in the effort. If you are being like, okay, I will join the course and I will get the job, no, put in the effort. Make sure that you are able to specify why you were on a break for 3 months, and along with, let's say, the course, if you are not able to get a job, then for all that time, and do the projects properly, and yes, then you should be able to get a job. Okay, so I think Sunny has also joined everyone. Sir, I don't have a GPU system configuration. Should I join the course? From our end, I don't guess any issue will be there. Okay, a basic laptop should be there. Like I really hope you don't have a Windows 7 or 98 laptop or some 2 GB laptop. So that might be a little slow for anything which we do. But a basic laptop, if it is there, then that should be fine. Okay.
Okay, Mayank, so I'm audible.
Yes, and you're audible, not visible. So I'm just taking out some doubts.
Just,
Maybe,
just a second.
yeah.
I think now you can see me, right?
Yes, yes. Now you're visible, Sunny.
Okay. Yeah, hello guys. So yeah, I think we can start with the session. Chris sir and Mayank has given you the enough amount of introduction related to the course and all. So today actually I have scheduled one more session for all of you related to the agent. So at least you can look into the agent, that how agent flows, how agent works, with respect to the different use cases. Okay, in my previous video, in my previous session, I shown you the working of the agent with the LangGraph. Even in the second session, I explained you one of the project using the LangGraph, right? And then in the third session, actually, we like came up with a variety. Okay, there actually we have shown you the true AI. So may I know how many of you attended all the three sessions so far? Whatever session we took on the in the live committee session, please do let me know. Yeah, hi, hello everyone. So if you are able to hear me, you can mention inside the chat. And just a second, let me share my screen as well so that I can show you my previous work, whatever we have done on this channel. Okay. So give me a second. I'm sharing my screen. Oh, okay. Yeah, guys, can you see? Can you see my screen? Is it visible to all of you? Yes or no? Okay, so Let's begin with the session. So guys, please do confirm. Please do let me know if you can see my screen, if you can hear me, and if you are aligned with my agenda. Because in the previous sessions, I already discussed about the LangGraph, the basics of the LangGraph and all. Now in today's video, we're gonna build one more project on top of it. So in this video, guys, we'll see how we can create a SQL-based agent. Means we are going to connect our LangGraph. Means we are going to design our workflow, agentic workflow using the LangGraph with respect to the SQL-based database. Okay. So I hope so. You have seen my previous video and you are able to build those projects. So in my previous video, guys, I have implemented this agentic RAG project. Okay. So let me open this particular project and let me show you just a second. Mm, okay, wait, I'm going to open this file. Okay, wait, guys, let me restart it. I think now it is fine. So here you can see this is my a previous project which I implemented on this channel itself. You can go and check inside the live section. Okay, so yeah, the complete architecture and all everything. So I thought, why should not I create one more project here using this LangGraph so that your concrete will also be strong and you will be get a more confidence with respect to the agentic framework and all. Already we have started with the True AI and we have one more framework from the Hugging Face. Okay, so we are going to discuss that as well in the upcoming session. I have created one more project on top of that particular framework, and definitely I will introduce to all of you in the upcoming session. Right. So this is a last project which I'm going to take care on top of the LangGraph, and after that I will be moving to the other. I will moving to the other framework, and apart from this one, guys, I'll be showing the complete end-to-end deployment also. Because I've seen many people are asking about it and they are not pretty sure about the deployment part when they are going to implement any sort of application using the LLM, right? Whether it's a RAG-based application or agent-based application. So probably I will be showing you that in my upcoming session, that how you can deploy the application, okay? Agent-based application. So if you haven't seen my previous session, you can go and check, you can look into it, and then guys, you can implement it from your end, right? Now forget about everything and try to focus on my like this project. Okay, if you want to learn agents and all, and definitely will get up like a pretty good idea that how we can build a SQL based agent using this LangGraph, and even you can use this learning with respect to your other project as well. Got it? So the idea and agenda is clear to all of you. Tell me yes or no. If it is clear, you can let me know, guys. What is the name of this framework? The name of framework is LangGraph. Dinesh, got it? You can mention inside the chat if everything is fine, everything is clear. Okay, great. So let me create a file here. My file name is going to be SQL agent, SQL agent with langgraph.ipynb. Okay. Mm, my file is getting created. Just a second. Or else let me do one thing, guys. Let me restart it. Okay. Let me restart this VS Code because I'm facing some issue with it. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to restart it. Okay. So this project is not on my YouTube. This is a fresh project. Okay. And guys, don't spam in the chat if you have any doubt. If really you want to be learned, then only you have to be right inside the chat. Otherwise, just look onto the project. Okay. And I would suggest you, if you're watching to me, please implement it from your end as well. And at the end, I will give you the entire code also. And I created one GitHub. Okay, I will be sharing that particular GitHub. Okay, so where is my project? You go live. Oh, Lord. Yes, you can use Java as well. Means this framework actually they support multiple languages. So don't worry about it. Okay. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Okay, great, perfect. So let me select my kernel and the system setup and all. I think I already shown you in my previous session. So you should not be worried about this system setup. Okay, means how to set up this VS Code. Okay, means image means what, the architectural image, right? So which a project basically we are going to implement. So first of all, let me do one thing. Let me import couple of library, and here let me create one database, because on top of that database we are going to create our project. Okay, as I told you, it's a SQL based agent. Means whatever query we are going to ask to the LLM, right? So it's going to refer those particular query. So like for the query, actually it's going to refer the database, and from that database itself it's going to fetch the information and it is giving you back, right? So this will be a whole sort of a agenda. So let me do one thing. Let me create a database. Let me put some sort of a data over there, and then what I will do, then basically I'll be explaining the promise statement using the architecture diagram. Now, here what I'm doing here, first I'm going to import the SQLite 3. I can use any database, any SQL based database, but just for the sake of simplicity, right? What I'm doing, I'm using the SQLite 3. It's an in-memory database, and here itself I can store my data, right? I can store in memory or I can keep it on my disk as well. So here, see, already I created a couple of database, employee .db, employee 2.db, while I was practicing, right, with the code and all I was trying to run before the session itself. So the same process I'm going to follow here as well again. Okay. Now, on board basis, we select the prompt package. Prompt I'll be talking about, right? How to select the prompt package and all. We have multiple libraries for selecting the prompts, for taking up the prompts, right? You can take it from there directly, or you can define your own prompt. Prompt engineering is not a very big deal, right? It's just an instruction which we need to pass to the LLM, and it will be based on your understanding as well. Like, how is your understanding about the problem statement? Got it? Now, let's do one thing. Let's have you import the SQLite 3, and then let's create a new database. So for creating a new database, I'll be taking the SQLite 3, and this SQLite 3 actually it's having one method. A method name is what? Method name is connect. And to this connect, actually, I can give any sort of a database. Okay. So here what I'm doing, I'm giving my name of my database. So my database name is going to be my employee db, okay, dot db, or let me write some other name, let's say my db. Okay, so this is my database name, and here what I'll be doing, I'll be writing this dot db. And guys, don't forget to keep it inside the double quote, otherwise it will give you the issue. So here what I did, I kept this particular name inside the double quote. So let me keep it over here. I think now it is perfect. Now what I'll be doing, guys, here after writing this database name, I will execute it. Okay, or let me make a connection. Let me put let me keep this particular database inside the variable. Got it? So this is what, this is my database, my db. Now inside this database itself, I'm going to store my all the table and all everything, right? So first let me show you the connection. Here you can see the connection. This is my connection. Okay, now what I'm doing, I kept a couple of queries. Okay, so for the table creation, for storing the data. So first I'm going to write a query for the table creation, because inside the database we have to keep the tables. My data will be available in the form of table. Okay. If you have any doubt, guys, you can ask me inside the comment section. You can like ping inside the comments. Okay, inside the live chat section. And once I will look into the question, definitely I will be answering those questions. So we have this connection, and what I'm doing here, I'm going to write a query, okay, which I already written. Let me give it to you, these query. So the first query is what? The first query is the related to the table creation, okay. Which table I'm going to create? I'm going to create this employee table, and here you can see we have a different column, employee ID, first name, last name, email, hire date, salary, and all. So likewise, guys, I'm going to create a second table, because I'll be keeping multiple table where inside my database. So my next table name is going to be customer. Okay, just a basic table, employee customer. We used to learn this particular, like we used to practice our SQL with these table only, right? So I'm going to write, I'm going to create a same table over here, but you could be a specific with respect to your problem statement, right? You can create any type of table, and on top of it you can practice, right? Or else you can create this project as a real-time project, and on top of that you can make your agent. Understood? So now the third table is going to be what? The third table is going to be order. So here is what, here's my third table. Let me write it down over here. So table 3, which is nothing, which is order. So guys, just look into the column name. The first column name is ID, employee ID. The second is first name. The third is last name, email, hire date, salary. This is the column for the this is the column for the employee table. Now you can see for the customer table, customer ID, first name, last name, email, phone, and all, right? And for the third table, okay. So here you can see the name of what? Name of what, guys? Name of the column, order ID, customer ID, order date, amount, for, and like these are the constraint, okay, which I written. So easily you can create this type of table. Now what I'll be doing, so on top of my connection, so here what I have my connection. On top of this connection, I'm going to create a cursor. So here I'm going to create a cursor, and that, guys, using this particular cursor, I'm going to insert a data. Okay, where I'm going to insert the data, let me show you that as well. So here what I have a cursor. Let me check whether this name is correct or not. So let me pick the same name over here, and here is the connection. Now this is what, guys, this is my cursor. Okay, now using this particular cursor, I'm going to execute all the query so that I'll be able to create a table, and then further I'll be storing the data inside this table. Okay, so this cursor actually it's having one method. The method name is what? The method name is execute. So let me write this method execute, and to this method, guys, I'll be passing all my table creation query. So this is my first query for the table creation. Likewise, we have a other one. Let me copy and paste directly. So this is the second, and here is my third. So let me write the second over here, and this is what? This is my third. Now I hope everything is clear. Okay, till here everything is fine. And if you have any doubt, and if you want to take a same code, guys, what you can do, you can go and check with my GitHub, which I will ping you right after this code. Okay, so you can take the code and all everything from there itself. So don't worry about the code, whatever code I am writing over here. Okay, now see what I have this table creation query. So let me execute it, and see we have created a table. Now after this one, what I'll be doing, guys, I'll be storing the data. Okay, so I written a query for the data, sorry, for the data storage as well. And this is the simple command for what? For the like table creation, for inserting a data and all. So here I'm not putting too much effort. I'll be like starting explaining you the LangGraph workflow. Okay, the agentic workflow, that is a main part of this project. Understood? So here I'm going to write my insert query. So here is my insert query for what? For the employee. Okay, here is my insert query for what? For the basically customer. And then we have one more insert query for what? For the order. Okay, so let me keep it over here, this three insert query, and let me execute it. Understood, guys? So I hope so this is also clear. Now what I'll be doing, now I'll be inserting a data, and on top of that database I'm going to create my SQL based agent. Okay, so here is my employee data. So this is my employee data. Okay, now here is my customer data, guys. Let me keep the customer data also, this one. And then we have my order data. Okay, so let me keep my order data also. Understood, guys? So employee, customer, and the order data. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to insert all this record. Okay, now I'm going to be insert all this record. So how to insert it? For inserting the record, guys, again I have one more method. The method name is going to be execute many. Okay, so here let me write this method execute many, and I'm going to call this method with what? With the insert query. Okay, I'll be like inserting a data, insert query. Okay, and there I'll be passing my data. So for the employee, this is my data. I'm going to pass it over here. So here what I got the like I'll be able to store the employee data where? Inside the employee table. Okay, likewise I can store the data for the other table as well. So here is my customer data. Okay, and then what we have a order data. So let me take this query again, and let me pass the order data. Okay, so just a second, let me pass it over here, this order data. And see, this is my order data, right? So once I will execute it, guys, I'll be able to store the data. But before that, will have to change the name. Okay, so here is my insert query for the customer, and this is the insert query for what? For the order, right? So let me keep the query for the order as well. Now see, once I will execute it, I'll be able to store the data as well. Okay, now finally what you have to do, you have to do the commit. So connection dot commit, once you will run this command, once you will execute this command, you'll be able to save all your changes inside the database. Okay, so here I save the changes inside the database. Now if I want to check, right, if I want to check my entire data, so what I have to do here, so here I will simply call the cursor, cursor dot what? Cursor dot execute. Okay, so cursor dot execute, and then here I'll be passing my query. Let's say I want to check the data. I want to select the data from the employee table. So select star from order or employee, any table, right? It's just a testing query. So now once I will execute it, guys, here I'll be able to get what? I'll be able to get my data. But not like this one. Like not like this. Actually, you can see over the console. For that, you will have to call the fetch all method. Okay, so let me call the fetch all method over here. Fetch all. Okay, and here I can iterate on top of this data for row in, and here let me print the row. Each and every row, guys, I am going to print just to showcase the data. So see, guys, I'm able to access all the data over here. Understood? So what I did, I just created my database, and inside that database, I kept my table, and inside the table, actually, I inserted a data, right? So now my database is ready, and on top of this database, I'm going to create agents. Okay, I'm going to create an agentic flow. So you can assume that inside your company, you have a database, and you want to interact with that particular database, but not directly using the rack pipeline. You want to interact with the database with the agentic flow. So how you're going to create that agentic flow where you are going to be directly connect with your database, with your tables and the data, basically whatever inserted inside those tables, right? So that is what actually we are going to build over here. And like so far, guys, I am assuming that the each and every idea and each and every problem statement is clear. But don't worry, again, I will show you the project, the project architecture. So most of the most of the doubt will be clarified. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to commit my all the changes to the database. Here I am going to write database created. Okay. Now, first of all, let me edit. And here, after writing a message, I'm going to commit it. And then, guys, I am providing you my GitHub repository so that you can take the entire code from my GitHub repository. Okay. So give me a second. Providing you my GitHub repository. I hope so. Till here, everything is fine. And okay, so here is my repository, guys. And please give me a quick confirmation once you got this repository. भाई हिंदी में पढ़ाओ बहुत स्टूडेंट हैं. Yeah, I will teach in Hindi also, but this channel actually is specifically for the English content, so that's why I'm teaching in English, right? Don't worry. In LangChain, usually Python is used. Can we use Java there? Yes, JavaScript you can use. I'm not sure about Java. You can check whether the integration is available or not. Okay. I'm in Canada. What should be the reference as well? Okay. Why did we use execute many while we execute single query? Okay. Let me check it out with that particular method where I have used it. Just a second, guys. Now, first of all, tell me, did you get a code or not? You can you can confirm inside the chat itself. Because we have inserted more than one rows now, that's why I executed this execute many method. Got it, Vivek Sri? Is it clear to you? So, any doubt, anything, you can ask me, guys. Otherwise, I will proceed ahead with the further code. Guys, any doubt? If you have any sort of a doubt, you can let me know. Great. Is this diagram is visible? Can you see this diagram, guys? You can confirm inside the chat as well. Would you please add evaluation metrics part? Evaluation metrics part. See this agentic this one, the what I can say architecture. Okay, itself is a evaluation, right? Itself it is doing a evaluation. If you will look into my previous project also, we'll find out, right? So Inside the workflow, actually, we have added the evaluation part, the interpretation part. But if you are asking the specific evaluation matrices, yes, we can add on those matrices as well. Okay, don't have any issue. Okay, so I think this chart is visible to everyone. Now let's do one thing. Let's try to understand this entire flow. Okay, how this thing is going through, like step by step, and how it is working. So now see what we are doing, guys. We are starting. Start means what? Start is nothing. Start means we are giving an input. So here at this place, we are passing input. Now after passing input, what we are doing, we are calling a tool. Okay, now what is a tool call? So tool call is nothing. Tool call, simply you can think it's just a table selection. Okay, so using the tool call, what we are doing a table selection, means from which data, sorry, from which table actually we need to fetch out the data for making our final query. Okay, so this list table tool means here we are going to list all the tables. Okay, we are going to select the table on which sort of a table, right? Let's say we have multiple tables like I created. Okay, but there could be a scenario, you could have multiple databases also, right? So likewise, actually, we can scale this diagram. So list table tool means we are going to select the table from which table actually we are going to fetch the data for our query, right? Then we have a schema. So once we'll select the table, we'll fetch all the details of the table. Understood? So we are passing our input. Then first tool call. The tool call is nothing. The tool call is basically here we have coded some sort of a functionality, and then based on that we are going to select a table, and then based on the table name, based on the table detail, the table metadata, we are going to select the all the like rows and all everything. Okay, then further, so we have a get schema tool. I think you got to know about it, right? So till here actually we are going to fetch the entire detail of the data. Okay, till here, and how it will be possible based on the query actually which we are passing. So we'll code some sort of a functionality, and we'll code the functionality in such a way that we are going to fetch a detail of the tables. Okay, till here. Then here we'll be having the query generation. Once basically all the like information will go to this particular point, right? So what we'll be doing, we'll be generating a query, right? And after that, what we are going to do, if everything is fine, right? Everything is fine, everything like we'll be adding the self evaluation step. Okay, the interpretation step. So after giving all the details about the table schema and all, we are going to do a query generation, and based on that we are going to fetch our data. So we'll end the process over here itself. Okay. Then we have a next process. So inside the next one, let's say our query is not up to the mark. Okay. Our query is not up to the mark based on the table, the data which we are getting. Then what we'll do, we have a self interpretation, we have a self evaluation over there. Then we are going to rectify this particular query. And then again, we are going to execute it. And then again, we are going to check whether it is correct or not. If the interpretation check is going to be complete, in that case, again, will generate the output, means will give the final output. Okay, so this is a simple workflow which we are going to follow, the agentic workflow with respect to our SQL database. On top of the SQL database, we can create a RAG pipeline as well, but this is not a RAG pipeline. This is a pure agent pipeline. Okay, so if you are willing to fetch your data from where, from the database, and on top of it you want to build not a classical rack pipeline, something agent based, right? So you can follow this architecture, and again this architecture is a very much scalable. It's all about coding logic and also if you are able to understand this entire flow in a like a in a very good way, right? So definitely you can make a changes also after that understanding. Okay, so once you will get understanding of this entire flow, entire like method and all, so on top of it you can also make a changes. As I told you, it is all about your logic coding, and it is a flexible architecture, it's a scalable architecture. So till here everything is fine. Tell me, can we move ahead, yes or no? If you'll give me the permission, guys, I'll go ahead. Tell me, guys. I think many of you are watching to me. If you are good to go till here, please do confirm. I'll be like writing the further code. Any doubt, anything? So this is a pure agentic workflow. Yes, Krishna. This is a pure agentic workflow. This will return the query. No, it will return the answer. Okay, will pass the query. Yes, it is not going to return the SQL query. It's going to be return the answer, the final answer. Okay. How do you make the architecture? This architecture actually we can make using the LangGraph itself. We can create our workflow and then we can visualize that. Okay? It's very easy to create this kind of architecture. Ayushman. Query result, yes, we are going to showcase the query result. In some cases, actually, I have tested this workflow, so it was giving the query as well, but that was not that is not my main goal. My main goal is to generate a result. Okay. So the query is being generated in a backend, and then based on that particular query, we are going to generate a result. Understood. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's try to start. So first of all, guys, here we required the LangChain intervention because this database which I created, okay, it is fine. Now what I want to do, I want to read this particular database using the LangChain, okay? Because this entire workflow, this entire project, we're gonna create using the LangGraph, right? So LangChain, LangGraph actually, both will be required over here. So first, let me do one thing. Let me import the LangChain. So from the LangChain, I'm going to import something. Let me import that LangChain underscore community dot utilities, and I'm going to import SQL database. Okay. So this class actually will help us to load this database. So let me give the location of this database. Okay. So the location is going to be in my current directory itself. So here I can write the name of it, my db.db. Okay. So this is my database, guys, which I'm going to load. Now where I'll be keeping this database, I'll be keeping inside one variable name is going to be db. Okay, now here I need to call one method. So method name is going to be from uri. So this is my line of code which is required to loading the database using the LangChain. So let me load it, guys, and inside this db I'll be getting my database. Okay, this SQL database class is nothing, it's just a wrapper from the LangChain side. So the same thing we can do which we are doing over there. Okay, so we can insert the data, we can fetch the data, everything is possible over here as well because someone has already written all the instruction in backend. So let me show you how it is possible. So I'm going to show you something first. Let me show you the dialect. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of dialect? We are talking about with respect to we're talking about with respect to the databases. Tell me, guys, what is the meaning of dialect? Dialect means, see, this SQL actually, it's having a different interpretation. SQL is a language which was invented in 1970, 1980, between 1970 to 1980. Then, according to the database, right, different dialect came like MySQL, SQLite, Oracle DB. So there are minute changes according to the database itself. Okay, so here we are going to use the SQLite dialect of the SQL, right? That's the meaning of dialect. Very simple. Now, here, if you want to check something, let's say if I want to collect the table name, so this DB actually it's having a lots of functions. So you can call one more method on top of it. Let's say get underscore usable table names. So let me run it and see. This is all my tables which I created. Okay, just now I created, and here you will find out all the tables, right? And I stored the data also inside these particular tables. Got it? Now what we can do, we can see, we can run any sort of a function on top of this db, and in a same way actually we can utilize it like I was using this cursor. Understood? So here my main goal to use this db and to create something out of it like the tool, and also that my llm can take a decision based on the configure configured information. Okay, so the first thing what I'm doing here, first of all I'm going to be load the model. So I'm going to use the LangChain grok because my model is the open source model. Okay, I want to use the open source model so that everyone can implement it. Here the name is what? Grok, Groq, and here the spelling is wrong, LangChain. Okay, then from the LangChain Grok, I'm going to import what? I am going to import this chat Grok. Okay, so chat Grok is going to be what? It's going to be my class. Now let me import the model, and which model guys I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the Llama 3.1. Okay, or Llama 3 guys. This is the model which I'll be using throughout this implementation. Now if you want to check the model, so simply you can call the invoke method on top of it. So let me call this invoke method, and here I can check hello, how are you? Okay, so I'm checking my model whether it is working fine or not. So see guys, this is working fine. Now tell me guys, this is clear to all of you how to load the model. It's very simple, very easy. Now one more thing I would like to show you over here. The thing is, basically we are going to use one more method from the LangChain. The method name going to be SQL Database Toolkit. So here I'm going to use this LangChain community, and then I'm going to use this agent toolkit, and then I'm going to import which class. The class name is going to be SQL Database Toolkit. Okay, I'll tell you the use of this class. What is the use of this class? So first of all, let me create an object of it. And this object actually it's required two things. So if you will look into the detail of the SQLite class, SQL Database Toolkit class. So it is required two parameter. The first parameter is going to be DB, and the second parameter is going to be LLM. Okay, so DB and LLM, this two parameter is required. So let me pass this two parameter. So here I am going to write this DB. Okay, and then I'm going to write the next parameter, which is going to be a LLM. So I created what? I created my database toolkit. Now let me assign this thing inside the variable, and in some time everything is going to be clarified guys, if you are like getting confused, right? So toolkit guys, this will give me a tools. Let me check what all tools basically it is providing to me. So here the tool name is going to be, I can simply check it out with this particular method. Now once I will run it guys, here I'll be getting my all the tools. Okay, so see, this is what, this is my all the tools. The tool for what? Tool for query SQL database. Tool for what? Tool for query SQL checker. Tool for what? Tool for the SQL database. Okay, list all the tables and then getting all the information. Maybe you are not getting this thing like this. Let me do one thing. Let me check out the name. Okay, what is the name of these particular tools? So for getting a names, what I can do here, I can simply call out I can simply iterate the for loop, and then here I can write, or I can call one attribute tool dot name. Okay, so what I'm getting guys, see, here is my name of these particular tool, whatever tools basically we have seen over here, right? So let me show you the name, let me show you these tools. Okay, this one, these are the tools, and here you can see the name of these tools: SQL DB query, SQL DB schema, SQL DB list table, SQL DB query checker. This is what, this is my tools basically which I got from where? From this SQL database toolkit. Now this particular tools actually we are going to use for what? For retrieving the information from the database. Okay, let me show you the demo how this thing is gonna work, right? So first of all guys, I require the like this, let's say I'm going to take this tool, the SQL DB list table, right? So for that, what I did guys, see, here I'm going to iterate on top of it. I'm going to iterate on top of this tools. Okay, tools. What I did, see, here is what, here's my iterator, right? This is my iterator object. On top of it, I'm going to iterate using this next. And what I'm getting this list tool. Wherever this position is going to be matched, then what I'm taking this name and I'm keeping it over here inside this particular variable. So let me show you what will be the output of this variable. So here, this is the output. Okay, I got this tool, this particular tool. Okay, it's a simple Python code basically which I written. So what I did, let me show you. So this is my tuple. Okay, on top of this tuple, actually I'm going to iterate. Okay, and here whenever like, see, this is what, this is my list comprehension. Now whenever like I'll be matching with this name, okay, which whenever like my tool name is equal to this one, I'm going to fetch that particular tool. So this is what, this is my tool. Now let me show you how to fetch the table. Okay, how to fetch the table from this particular tool. And what is the tool name guys? The tool name is list table name. Likewise, I can fetch any sort of a tool. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me show you the other tool as well. So my other tool name is going to be what? SQL DB schema. Okay, I'm taking a second number of tool. So let me pass it over here and see. Let me do one thing. Let me keep inside one variable. My variable name is going to be get schema tool. Okay, this tool actually it will provide me a schema of the table. So here, if you will look into this particular variable, you will be getting it. See, and what is the use of this tool? Maybe you might be thinking, sir, why you are taking this tool? Why you are loading this tool? Let me show you. So once I will call this invoke method, now here you will see. See, so this is giving me all the table name. Okay, list table tools. It is giving me all the table name over here. Now let's say if I'm going to invoke something. So what I'm going to do, I want to get a schema. Okay, let's say I want to get a schema of what? Let's say I want to get a schema of this customer. So let me pass the customer over here. Directly I'll be passing the customer, and here what I'll be doing. So I'll be taking all the details. So let me keep it inside the print method and see what I'll be getting here. I'll be getting this particular schema. So the tool, the uses of this toolkit is very, very simple. We are passing this database in this LLM, and it's providing me the different tool. Now, what is the name of this tool? SQL DB query, SQL DB schema, list table, query checker, and all everything. So here, let's say I took this tool, list table tool. So it is providing me what table name. Okay, I can like write any sort of a query and all, and based on that, it will give me the answer. Okay. Now here you can see get schema tool. What it is doing, it is giving me a detail of the table. So this particular information I am going to use for building my agent, for my agentic flow. This is going to be my intention. What is my intention, guys? So this LangChain actually it has provided me a different tools. So using those different tools, actually I'm going to fetch the information, and this particular information I'm going to use for what? For creating a for creating an agentic flow. Understood? Now here you will understand the importance of the LangChain. That what is the importance of the LangChain over here, so that we can be aligned. Okay, we could be aligned with our workflow, the workflow which we are going to create using the LangGraph, right? So this particular information, whatever I have fetched as of now, we can feed it directly to that particular workflow. Okay, because it was not possible to directly connect this database to the LangChain workflow. So what I have used the LangChain wrapper, right? So here is my LangChain wrapper, and this LangChain wrapper is providing me each and every information. Tell me, this thing is clear? Let me give you the code. Just a second. So here I'm going to commit it, and let me do one thing. Let me write the message. LangChain wrapper added code equal information. Okay, for SQL based tool. Now let me commit it, and then I'm going to sync the changes. So guys, here I'm going to sync it now. Just a second. Let me give you the link again. Maybe some of you joined first time. Just and don't worry, guys. I'll be taking your doubt. You can mention your doubt inside the chat section. I'll be taking that. Let me pin this comment. Okay, so just a second. Just a second, guys. Let me check how I can pin this thing. Okay. Okay, I think here it is not giving me option to ping. No worries. Great. Now, what is the use of this LangChain wrapper? The use is very, very simple to access the database. Okay, so through this LangChain wrapper, actually, we are going to access this database so that this particular information. See, whenever we are going to create a LangGraph workflow, what we require? We require tools, right? We require the tools, we require the nodes which we can create out of that tool. So what we did, we used the LangChain wrapper. Okay, we have used the LangChain, we have read this database, whatever database was there, And now we are going to extract the information using the different method and the function which was provided by the LangChain itself. Means what I wanted to show you. So see, whatever we are able to do using this SQLite package, that is fine, that is well and good, right? But guys, LangChain is also providing us that this functionality. Means LangChain is providing one wrapper to us. Okay, this class, I can simply load the database. Then again, this particular class, SQL database toolkit, I can pass my database and all everything, and then this will give me a tools. I can directly use this particular tool for fetching the information. As simple as that. Got it? The next thing, is it getting clear to all of you? Yes or no? I hope so. This is clear, guys. Please do confirm as well if you got this code, and once you will give me the confirmation, I will move further. All clear? Everything is clear or not? Tell me, guys, fast. Yeah, at least do let me know, guys, if you got this code. If we have a two column, sorry, what is your question? Let me check it out. Okay, then is saying yes. Yeah, please let me know, guys, if you got it then, so that I can move further. Okay, I'm assuming that everything is going well. Now, let me do one thing. So I hope so. Till here, everything is going well. Now, what is going to be a next step? So the next step is, let me create one more tool over here. Okay. So here the tool name is going to be what? So this is a tool decorator, and this tool a decorator actually convert any sort of a function, normal function, to the tool. So let me take this LangChain underscore code, and from this LangChain underscore code, I'm going to import this tool, and from here the finder tool class import tool. Okay. Now what I will be doing here, I will be creating one more function. The function name is going to be db query underscore tool. Okay. Now this particular function, what it will do, it will take a query, and then this query type is going to be str, and then it's going to be return something. The return type again, it's going to be str. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, see, db dot, I'm going to call one method on top of the db. Okay, db is what? Db is my database which I have collected over here. Okay, which I have initialized over here, this one. So on top of this db, I can call one method. My method name is going to be what? Let me show you the method name. So method name is going to be this run no throw. Okay. I'll show you the working of this particular method. What is the working? If you want to check the details here, you can check the details. Okay. Then I'll be getting what? I'll be getting the result. Let me take the result inside one variable, and let me put the condition on top of it. Right. So my condition is going to be, if not result, means if we don't have anything inside the result, what I will do, I'm going to be return one message. So this is going to be my message. Otherwise, I am going to return the result itself. So simple tool, nothing else. But maybe you might be confused. Okay, you're getting confused about this function, this run no throw. Now, whenever you are going to create, guys, see, whenever you are going to create any sort of a tool, so to that tool, actually, we need to pass the we need to pass the, tell me what we need to pass. We need to pass the doc string as well. So this doc string actually will keep the details of this tool. It is nothing, it's just a description of this tool. So what it is saying, execute a SQL query against the database and return the result. If the query is invalid or return the invalid result, then it will generate an error message. It will give you the error message. In case of an error, the user advised to rewrite the query and try again. Okay, so this is the simple doc string which I return. Now whatever query I'll be getting, I'll be passing it to this run no throw method. Okay, so this is my tool, the custom tool which I created. So let me summarize the thing. First, I call this, I invoke this, what I did, I invoked this tool. Okay. The tool actually, which was given to me, which was given by this SQL database toolkit. So from this SQL database toolkit, I'm using this list table tool, which is giving me a table name. The second tool which I'm using, that is get schema tool, which is giving me a schema, okay, which will give me a schema of any sort of a table, right? So we have initialized this two tool, and this was the by default from the LangChain itself, and this is my custom tool which I created from my end. Okay. Now, what I'll be doing here. So let me invoke this tool and let me check what I'll be getting. So if I'm going to run this db query tool dot invoke. Okay, so inside this invoke method, I'm passing one query. My query is going to be a very simple. My query is this one. Select star from employee limit 10. Okay, so this is going to be my query, or I can remove this limit. I just have 5 rows. So see guys, what I'll be getting? I'll be getting all the rows. Understood? Tell me yes or no. So this run no throw method. Okay, this db actually it is having one more method. Let me show you this db dot run. So this db actually it is having one more method, that is run. So if we are passing our query to this method as well, I'll be getting a same output. Okay, see this one. But guys, this run no throw, what's the meaning of it? The meaning is very simple. If the input is query is fine, it will give me answer. Otherwise, it will give me an exception message. So you can think something like this. Okay, let me show you the detail of this run no throw. You can think the code, whoever has written the code of this particular method, this run no throw, the person written the code in this way. So let me show you the code. Okay, this one. This could be the internal process. Means whenever the query is coming, so first going to make a connection, right? db dot or run no throw. Then it's going to be execute the query, and then it's going to fetch the information. Else, okay, else if we have an error, right? If it is not going to work with respect to this query and all, then simply it's going to return the exception. Understood? So this is the internal working of what? This is the internal working of this run no throw method. Understood? Tell me, till here everything is going fine. So we have created this. So far, guys, we have created this 3 tool. Okay, and this all the tools, guys, we are going to use inside our workflow. So first tool actually it is giving me a table name. The second tool is giving me a schema detail, and third tool basically it is responsible to give me a detail. Okay, based on my given queries. So if you are good to go till here, you can confirm inside the chat, guys. Tell me fast. Yes or no? Then I'll be creating few more functionality, and then finally I'll be designing my workflow. So I'm waiting for 1 minute, and I'm giving you this code as well. If you are okay, then please mention inside the chat. I'm explaining you very slowly, and query query 2. Function calling by Google is also same thing, right? Like building your own function to run respective query. Yes, it is right, Pawan. Your understanding is correct. Means you are asking, like whatever function calling means whatever tool calling we are doing related to the wrapper means the Google Server API or any other API like the Tably API. Okay. So in a same manner, actually, you can create your own custom tool as well. This is my custom tool. Not only this one, you can convert any function into the custom tool. Okay. Did you get a code? If you will confirm to me, sir, yes, I got it, then I will proceed further. Preeti is saying, sir, can you summarize? Summarization. See, Preeti, what I did, I created a data. I just imported my database. Okay. And after that, what I did, I like initialize one more method from the LangGraph SQL Database Toolkit. It has given me some predefined tool, which is giving me a detail of the table and the database. Then here is my one more tool, which is my custom tool, and it is giving me a this is giving me what? This is giving me a like query result. Okay, whatever query you are going to ask to this particular tool. Now let's do one thing. Let's try to do the further coding. So here, guys, I'm going to create my I'm going to create my prompt template, right? So here I'm going to create two functionality. The first functionality is going to be a query check. Okay, let me mention. The first functionality is going to be a query check, and the second functionality actually is going to be query generation. Okay, query generation. So this two functionality I'm going to create: query check and query generation. This query check actually is going to be check what query I'll be passing, and this query generation, it will give me a final result, right? So let me explain you this two thing. It's going to be a very easy. See, this is the one. This is the first one. Okay. And here, let me give you the second one as well. Just to save the time, I kept it with me, right? So don't worry about it, guys, from where I got it. And yes, I took a help from the LangChain documentation as well, because they have explained everything in a well manner, right? So here is what, here is my next uh, functionality. So this one is what, this one is a query check, and this is what, this is my query gen. Understood? Okay. Now let me explain you what it is all about. This entire functionality, this entire coding. Okay. Guys, give me a second. Just a second. Okay. So just look over here, look into this prompt, what I'm saying, what I written over here, and return. You are an Excel expert and with a strong attention into detail. So you need to double check the SQLite query for the common mistake included. The common mistake, what all mistake actually we can make? We can make a mistake with respect to the joins. Okay, with respect to the casting, whatever query we are casting. Okay, whatever codes we are going to be write there, mismatching, predicates and all, right? We are going to mention the different constraint. Now you are like open to write any sort of details, okay, regarding the SQL query. So whatever came in my mind, just to check with the journal, whatever journal checks actually came in my mind, I written those. Okay. Then here, what I have mentioned, if there is any mistake, then rewrite the query again. If there is no mistake, just reproduce the original query. You will call the appropriate tool to execute the query after running the check. Okay. So here is what, here is my check prompt template, this one. Then here I'm binding the tool to the LLM, and which tool. So here what I'm passing here, I'm passing this DB query tool. So DB query tool, where I define it, DB query tool, let me show you that as well. So here is my DB query tool. Toolkit is here, and here is my get schema. This is my DB query tool. I written it now, just now, this one. So I bind this particular tool, right? So what I'm going to do here, based on the query, this will call my tool. Means if there is a normal hi hello something, it will not call this tool. If there is a SQL related query, okay, means any specific query related to the SQL and all, in that case, it's going to be identify that thing, and it's going to call the DB query tool, okay, which will fetch the detail from the database. As simple as that. Now So here, if you want to check it out, you can simply check it out. Let me write it over here. So I'm going to execute it, and now here I am going to invoke it. So invoke query check dot invoke. Now this is my message. Okay. And guys, always see whenever you are going to pass the message to this query check, you need to pass in this particular format only, right? We need to pass in this particular format only. I will tell you why, because we are going to define our agent state in this way. Now, if I will run it, then here you will be able to get the details, right? So see, based on this particular query, what it is doing, it is calling the tool. Which tool it is calling? So you will get a detail over here. The tool name is DB query tool. Okay. I hope so. This thing is clear to all of you what I am trying to do. So here I have created my query check. Okay. And what this query check is doing, this is going to be check the query. If it is wrong, it's going to be rewrite it again. Otherwise, it's going to be called the tool. And this tool actually, what it will do, this tool we are going to use further. Okay. Whatever tool we have defined. So my tool name is what? My tool name is this one, query check. Okay. This is my tool name, DB query tool. I hope so this thing is clear now. Let me explain you the next one as well. So my next chain is going to be query generation system. Okay, this query generation. So what it is doing, just try to read the prompt. The prompt is very simple. You are an actual expert. Okay, give an input question, output a synthetical correct SQLite query to run. Then look at the result of query and return the answer. Okay, do not call any tool beside submit final answer to submit the final answer. Okay. Now, when you are generating a query, then you need to be focused on this part. So what is this part? Output the SQL query that answer the input question without a tool call. And here unleash the SQL unless the user specific specific number of the example they wish to obtain, always limit. Okay, so this entire detail, guys, you can read it out. I will give it to you. So what we are going to do over here, tell me. So here simply we are going to generate. What we are going to generate, tell me. We are going to generate our final query, which we need to pass to where, which we need to pass to this tool. Okay, here also I have appended the tool, this one. Okay, so this two method actually it's very much, sorry, this two chain actually it is very much important in our workflow, right? So let me run it, and I hope so this is fine. So let me do one thing. Let me import this base model as well. So I'm going to import this base model, guys. Just give me a second. Base model, or let me import everything in a single shot, guys. Once I will run the entire workflow, so most of the thing is going to be clear. Okay, if it is not going to be clear as of now, just wait for 5 more minutes. So let me take all the import statement which I kept somewhere. Okay, this is my import statement, and here I am going to define all this import statement. This one. Now, guys, see what is there. So we have created this particular chain. Let me execute it first. This one, and then I have both chain now. Okay. Now what I'll be doing, I am going to be define the state. Okay. Now in which format actually I'm going to flow the information inside my workflow. So this is my state class, and to this state class, I'll be passing this type dict. Okay. Why I'm doing it? So that I can keep each and every information in the key and value format. So here is what, here is my key. My key name is going to be messages. Okay. MESSEGS. And then what I will be doing here, I'm going to define the type of this messages. So this is the type of this messages. Okay. This is my state. Now I'm going to define the different I'm going to define what different basically method. So the first method is going to be what? The first method is going to be tab first tool call. This is my first method. Now to this method, actually I'm passing what? I'm passing this state. Okay. And what is the type of this state? State is nothing, it's a state itself. Or you can like keep the agent state, any sort of a name, any custom name. Right. So here is what? Here is my first tool call. Then let me write the pass. Then here is what? Here is my second method. The second method is going to be error wise. So handle tool error. So whatever errors will be coming, so we are going to be handle those particular error. So let me write over here this state. Okay. But for the first tool call, the state is not required. I will let you know why. Because I'll be doing the hard coded thing. So here is what? Here is again pass. Now we require the third method. Okay. So here is what? Here I would be having third method. Now what's the name of it? The name is create underscore tool underscore node with fallback. Okay. Fallback. This is what? This is my next method. And here this will take a tool, and the type of the tool is going to be a list. Okay. So tool type is going to be a list, and it's going to be return something. So it's going to be a return this runnables, right? I'll let you know what is the meaning of this fallback and why it is required. So this is again pass. This is my next method. So handle tool error, this is the one method, and create tool node, this is the next method. Okay. Now what I have to do here. So the next thing is going to be we are going to be create one more method. The method name is what? Query generation node. So here is one of the method, query generation node. Okay. Now what it will do, it will take a state, and the type of the state is a state only. And then here is what? Here is my pass. Got it? Then guys, we have one more method. The method name is what? Should continue. So let me write over here. Should continue, and here is what? Here is a state and then state. Okay. Then this again is going to be pass. I'll be writing all the functionality, don't worry, I'll be coming to that part. Okay. Now this name, let me change it out. This is going to be a, okay, this is same state. Okay, this is fine. So again, this is all perfect. Now one more method would be there. The method name is what? Model check. Okay. So model check query. So it's going to be check the query, and here let me write the state, and here is what? Here is my state. Okay. Now I hope so. This is perfectly fine. So these many methods, guys, we have, which we are going to be include inside our workflow. Okay. Now how to design the workflow? So for designing the workflow, let me do one thing. Let me initialize the workflow. So here we are going to create a state graph. So let me define the state graph. Okay. So state graph, and to this state graph, guys, I'm going to pass the state. And here the type of the state is going to be state, or let me mention the state. Okay. Is state. Now, after this one, what I'll be doing, see, this is my workflow. Now, to this workflow, I'm going to add the nodes. Okay. So, workflow dot add nodes. So, add nodes. So, I'll be adding the multiple nodes over here. So, as many as function we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 nodes we are going to add over here. Okay. So, 7 nodes. Here, let me copy and paste this one and this one. Then guys, after the node, what we're gonna add? So after the node, guys, we're gonna add the edges. Okay. So let me add the edges. Just a second. This is going to be my node, and then I'll be having my edges. Okay. So how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 edges. I'll be let you know how to like define these edges and nodes. Okay. Everything, guys, we're gonna discuss. Don't worry. So let me remove it, this particular part, and here is what? Here is my edges. Okay, using this particular node and edges, what we are going to do, we are going to decide our workflow. Okay, so here is my edges. This is going to be 9. So I think so. It is all clear. Okay, and then guys, what I am doing here, I am going to be compile my workflow. So whatever workflow basically we have, so we are going to compile that workflow. And once I will be compiling the workflow, what I will be getting, I'll be getting this application. Okay. Now this app actually will be using for what? For invoking the query. Understood? So this is my final process. And then if you want to stream, you can stream also. Okay. Stream means what? See, even not this one, even if you want to display the application, right? So I can write one code. I think someone was asking to me about the display, how you can display the entire workflow, right? You can invoke it. Invoke basically, it's a batch process, means at a single time you can pass only a single query, right? But you can run the streaming also on top of this application. So here, what I can do, I can run the streaming. So for running the streaming, guys, I need to call this stream, and to this stream, for sure I will have to pass something that I'm gonna pass. So this is my entire workflow. See, after creating all the chains, tools and all, and here simply you will find out my workflow. Now what I have to do, like I'm going to commit it to my GitHub, so that you can copy and paste. And workflow structure added. This is my structure. Now let me commit it, guys, and here I can do one thing. Workflow added. Let me sync it. Okay. Please check out with the GitHub repository. You will get all the details and all everything over there itself. So let me show you where you will find out this entire code. This is the repository, guys. And here SQL agent with LangGraph.ipynv5. Let me scroll down, and yeah, here is the one, guys. See the entire code of basically which I committed. You can take it, you can copy and paste. I'm giving 1 minute of time, or let's do one thing, let's take 2 minutes of break. Okay, and then I will code this entire functionality, whatever functionality is there, and finally we'll add the nodes and edges and everything, and we'll try to invoke the query. So tell me how the session is going on. Are you enjoying it? Are you able to understand? Not completely, but tell me. Because once we'll run the entire workflow, most of the thing, or 99.99% doubt is going to be clear. So mention inside the chat, guys, if you understood so far and if you got this code. I'm asking to everyone, whoever has joined this session. Okay, Vivek is saying, yes, sir, got it. What about others? What if table name are so bad, LLM not able to recognize which table is required? We'll have to add a condition according to that. Okay, we'll have to define the prompt and all everything according to that. If we have an exceptional case, got it. So let me give you this link again, and let me give you 2 minute break as well, so that you could be aligned with the code. And let's take a break. Okay, 2 minute water break, and then again we'll start. So just a second. You're going great and could grasp all the detail. Great. So far shared without my previous hands-on. Yeah. So the previous previous code and all everything, you can get it from the GitHub on GitHub also. Okay. Great. So let me put a timer for the 2 minute, guys, and until copy the code, keep it with you, and then we'll try to code this entire workflow. Thank you. Okay, so everyone is back. Can we again start? Yeah, so let's start off with the functions. What if we have a different data sources like tabular data in DB, then a PDF? So you will have to collect the data at the single place. Okay, means using the LangChain itself. LangChain gives you the different data connectors, right? So you can collect the data in a different variable from the different sources. Okay, and then after collecting the data as a single document object, you can create agents or anything on top of it. Got it? First, make sure the data connector is available or not, that specific data connector inside the LangChain. But I think PDF and all you can collect. Even I also created one video on my YouTube channel. Okay, if you will go and check with my YouTube channel, you will find out that I collected data from various resources, and on top of that, I have created a RAG. I built up a RAG, so you can refer that specific video. Okay, now the first thing is going to be first tool call. So what I'm doing here, guys, see, here I'm going to call my first tool. So what would be my first tool? My first tool basically always it would be what this first tool actually it's going to be a table name. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me give you the return statement which I written over here. See, this is going to be my first tool. Okay, so here I written a return message. Inside this message, I am not going to return any AI message. Okay, this is my hard-coded message basically, which I return just for this particular function. And here is my tool. What is my tool name? SQL DB list table. So I'm listing all the table. I'm getting all the tables. Okay. Then handle tool error. So this is going to be a little like amazing to all of you, right? Here before coding this function, let me code this. Let me code the next function. So the next function is what? Next function is this create tool node with fallback. Okay, so guys, everyone knows about one function. I think I have used this function in my previous session as well. So what we can do, we can create our tool into the node using this method. Okay, tool node method. Why it is required? Because everything we are going to append, whatever we are going to append inside the LangGraph workflow, we are going to append in the form of node. Okay, so we'll have to convert our tool into the nodes. So whatever tools I have, I'm going to be converted to the nodes. Now I'm calling one method on top of it. The method name is going to be with fallback. Okay, so I think guys, you know what is the meaning of fallback. Means if it is going to be generate any sort of a error, so I will call the functionality, whatever functionality I'm going to be mentioned inside this fallback. Okay, now inside this fallback, guys, I'm going to mention this handle tool error. Understood? This particular method. Now I have to mention it in the form of this runnable lambda. Let me take it from here and let me paste it this one. See guys, this is going to be a complete expression. So what we are saying, okay, convert this tool into the node with fallback. If there is any sort of a error or issue, if you are able to find with respect to the tool, then simply what you have to do, you have to generate a error. Okay, you have to handle that particular error. Now how you going to handle that error? Okay, so that error, guys, will be handling over here inside the above function. So this above function is going to be a very simple. See, here is what, here we have this state dot get error. I'll be getting the error. Okay, then we are getting a tool detail tool call, and we are going to return the complete detail. Means we are saying here, if we have any sort of a issue with respect to this functionality, what I'll be doing, I'll fall back to this functionality. Okay, maybe the tool is not available. In that case, what I will do, I'll fall back to this functionality. Okay, so this is just the additional functionality which I mentioned. I could skip this part as well, but again I return it so that you could be implement this thing inside your projects. So here is what create a tool a node with a fallback. This is also done. Now my next one. So next one is query generation node, should continue node, and this module check query node. Okay. So let me give you the code of this other functions as well. And this other functions is going to be like just a second. Let me mention it over here. See. So what we have here, we have, see, first of all, we are going to call this query gen dot invoke, whatever state, whatever message we are passing, okay, based on that. Then here we are fetching the tool detail, okay. Just a second, let me take it from here, this entire function, because I pasted it wrong. Sorry, guys. This is not a certificate. This would be a different functionality. Sorry. So inside this query generation node, okay, what I have, see, here I'm going to call this query generation dot invoke whatever messages I'll be getting through my state, right? Then from here, what I'm doing, I'm going to be fetch the tool detail. Okay, let's say to I call this message dot tool call. If it is there, then what I'm doing, I'm just going to be taking a tool detail. Okay, then if it is not equal to the submit final answer, then what I have to return? I have to return that, see, we have an error inside the like tool. Okay, means we have to make like an improvement, whatever query basically it's there, and the tool ID. Okay, this two thing basically we are going to be mentioned. Otherwise, we are going to be return this empty list, right? This is going to be a functionality, simple functionality. This you will get once we are going to be execute. Okay, once we are going to be execute the workflow. Then we have the next one, that this is what should continue, whether we should continue or not, right? So here we have the should continue functionality as well. Means we'll be getting the message. Here is what, here is my last message. Okay, means the like last message, whatever message is there at the state, will take that. Okay, now here we are checking if it is a last message and tool call. Okay, then we are going to end the process. Otherwise, see, last message dot content start with error, then again we are going to generate a query. Okay, otherwise, if this is not going to be a if it is not going to be a correct, what we are going to return, we are going to return this correct query. Okay, these three conditions we have over here. Understood? So inside this should continue. Okay, now we have the last one. This is what, this is my model check query. Okay, now inside this model check query, what I'm going to return, see, here we are going to be call this model check, which I already the chain which I already created, right? So here is what, here I'm doing query check. Okay, and whatever like response it is provided to me based on my prompt and all, I'm keeping it over here. That's it. Okay, so what I can do, guys, I can take this particular method, the starting of it. So first tool handle tool error, and just a second, let me keep it over here this one. So model check query, because as soon as the query will come, we have to check that particular query. So this is going to be what, this is going to be my entire functionality. Okay, again I will come to this one. First of all, let me complete the workflow. Now we have to add the node. So the first node is going to be what, it's going to be a first tool call. So let me write the name first. Okay, it's going to be a custom name first underscore tool underscore node. Okay, so just a second. Yeah, so first tool call. Now here what I'll be giving, what I'll be passing, I'll be passing this first underscore tool underscore call. Okay, this is going to be what, this is going to be my function. Now here I'll be passing the second like function. Okay, my second function is going to be what, second function is going to be this list table tool. Okay, so here I'll be listing all the tables. This tool actually I already captured, I'll be showing you that one. Now here I'm going to be call this method. This method, what is the method name? Create tool node with a fallback. Okay, so here I'm going to create a node of this particular tool itself, because I cannot directly, I cannot pass directly this tool to the workflow. First, I need to convert into the node. Okay, so create tool node with fallback, and here I'll be passing what? I'll be passing my list of table. Okay, list of table. So let me pass my list table tool. I hope so. This is perfect, right? So this is a name, guys. Don't be confused. This is the name and this is the actual functionality. Here you can write any sort of a name. Okay, I don't have any issue. You can give any name, even your name as well. Right now. So likewise, I'm going to be define one more on node. So my next node is going to be what? My next node is going to be this get schema. Okay, get schema tool. And here what we have this create tool node with fallback. So here my tool name is what? Get schema tool. So first tool call. What is my first tool call? See, here is my first tool is SQL DB list table. Okay. So once I will call this particular tool, I will return this name. So I will be going through with this tool, list table tool. Okay, means I'm going to be list all the table. Then get schema means like I'm getting all the detail of that particular schema. Then after this one, we have one more thing. Now we have to pass this model schema so that I can check. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to be define my one more tool. Just a second, guys, but before that let me add one LLM call. This is going to be my LLM call, guys. So just a second. Let me add on this LLM call. I think I add on one more functionality. Yeah, this is going to be my LLM call. So what is my LLM call? Inside the LLM.bind tool, I'm passing this get schema tool. Okay. And then this is going to be what? This is going to be a model get schema. Now, why I'm doing it, I'll be talking about it. Okay. First, let me design it. Then the next is going to be what? The next is going to be this model schema, which I written over there. Just a second, let me pass it over here. See, model get schema, and here I'll be passing my message, whatever like message I'm passing. Based on that, I'm checking. Okay, so the name is very simple. The name of this particular node is model get schema. Then what we have this query generator. Okay, then after that we are going to be correct the query if there is something. Okay, with this model check query, and then finally we have this execute query. Okay, we are going to be execute the final query using this db query tool. So this is going to be my all the nodes. Okay, now we have to create what? We have to create a edges. Now age creation is also very easy. First I'm going to be start. Okay, means we are passing input, then it is coming to this first tool call. Okay, it's going to be check means which tool actually we are going to be written. So our tool name is very easy. See, here I written this particular tool. So we are going to be return this SQL DB list table. Okay, this particular tool. Then after this one, we are going to make a connection. Okay, we are going to make a connection to this list table tool. Okay, so first tool to list table tool, it is giving me all the details of the table and all. Then here what we are getting a like schema detail. Okay, the entire schema detail and all. Then guys, after getting the schema detail, all the things, whatever tables and all we have inside the is inside that particular table, right? We are able to fetch all the detail, all the metadata, the rows and all. Then we are passing to this query generation. So we are going to generate a query. Okay, after this query generation, we are asking, should continue, where should we continue? So if everything is fine, means our tool call and all, then we'll end the process. Okay, if this is going to be end with the error, then I will regenerate the query. Okay, or else I will be correcting the query. So this this three keyword actually I am going to be written. Based on that, this functionality will be called. Okay, whatever functionality are there. Then finally what we have, so we'll execute the query, and after the execution again we'll generate a query if there is any mistake over there, right? Now, so let me run it, and here is my workflow, guys. And then if I'm going to be executed, so finally what you will get the entire architecture. Okay, now what is the meaning of it? The first architecture which I shown you, and this particular architecture, both architecture are same. Okay, I think we have made some mistake over here. Let me check where we have placed this should continue. Inside this one, okay, this is the one. Model table code query generation. From the query generation, we are going to implement the conditional edge. Okay, fine, guys. I think I missed something over here. Just a second. Query generation. Okay, guys, please give me a second. Let me check it out over here. What is the, or let me invoke it with one of the call. So here is going to be my user query. This is going to be my user query. and this particular message I'll be passing it over here. Just a second, guys. I'm just checking. Okay, then I'll be explaining you this part. Here's my user query, and tell me the okay. Last one is address. Yes, just a second. I think I made some mistake while I'm defining a functionality. Oh, should continue. Okay, let me recheck it with the tools itself. Guys, just a second, I'm checking. Okay, this is my DB query tool. This is perfectly fine. Now I checked it. Okay, this is working. Okay, then we have one more, this chat prompt template. Okay, this is also fine. We are able to create this query check. And here what we have, query generation also. So this is my query generation. Then what we have this warnings. You can import it. Just a second. Here itself I can import. Okay, then class state. Now here is what, here is my first tool. So this first tool, what it is doing, guys, just a second, let me check it out. Okay, this is perfectly fine. Handle tool error, create, this is also fine. Model check. Okay, this is also perfect. Should continue, this is also perfect. Okay, let me check out the nodes as well. And here is the complete node, guys. I think I missed out one node. Maybe because of that, we are having the issue. Okay, yeah, now it is perfect. And it should be there. Edges, workflow is fine, node is fine. Should continue with the query chain. Should continue. Okay, what is happening? I'm reassigning, recreating the object, but okay, now it is perfect. App, okay. Let me create it, guys. Just a second. It is running. Yes, it is giving me an answer, guys. Just me check whether this answer correct or not. Here I'll be checking it with the response. Just a second. Let me execute it, then I'll be showing you. Okay. So okay, fine. Now here is what? Here is my message final answer. Yeah, guys. So see, it is giving me a details. Okay. Tell me the name of like whose salary is more than 30,000. So likewise, you can ask your question. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But from this query generation, why it is going back again to every tool? It should not go like this. Correct query, execute query, should continue. Query generation. See, it is giving me answer, but here my concern is about this conditional age. Why it is going back to every other age? Just a second, guys. Let me check it out. Why it is so? Oh, let me restart this. Okay, just a second. Maybe we have overwrite something because of that only. Oh, okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. Now let me see. This is a main diagram. Here is my lecture. Database is fine. Database DB dialect. Table name. Model is perfectly fine. Okay, LLM invoke is working fine. Then LangChain is fine. Toolkit is fine. It's giving me a tools. Great. So this is my all the tools. Okay. SQL DB list table. So this is the tool. List table tool. Here is what get schema. Okay, this is also perfect. Oh, this is working fine. This is also results is fine. This is fine. This is also fine. Query check, warnings. Okay, perfect. Query check is there. Query check invoke is working. Submit final answer. This is also first tool. Handle tool error. Okay, fallback is also perfect. Model check. Query node. Okay, workflow. Now this one compile and this one. Again, guys, we are getting an answer, but this conditional edge actually it is going to every other node. Should continue, should I mention it manually here? Just a second, let me mention it manually, okay? So manually, first is going to be end. So and basically it will be ending the process. The second is going to be what? The second is going to be query gen. Okay, so let me take the query gen over here. And what value should be associated with this query gen? So this query generation node or this query gen only. So let me take this query gen, and now the third one is going to be correct query. Okay. So here is what? Here is my next one, which is correct query. And third one is going to be correct query. Okay, perfect. Now just a second. Let me keep it over here. This one and correct query. Okay. Now let's see whether it's working fine or not. So workflow again, object, like uploaded, edges, workflow compile, and yes, now it is perfect, guys. Okay. So I added it manually from my end. Maybe this was not able to capture it. I think so. It was redirecting everything to the every other or like node, which was not required. Okay. So this dotted means what? Dotted means conditional edges. Okay. So if query generator is there, then it will correct the query. It will execute the query, and then again it will go to the like query generator, and finally it will end the process. Okay. Likewise, there will be one loop. Understood. Okay, so let's do one thing, guys. First of all, tell me, just a second. Let me give you this entire code, and then we'll test it on a different queries. Okay, and I will give you the quick recap, and then finally we'll conclude the session. If you will be having any sort of a doubt, okay, after taking that. So let me give you the entire code. This is the entire code. I just need to check it out with the different queries. Okay, so the code is going to be code is completed. Code is completed. Then let me edit, let me commit it. Okay, and here is sync changes. Please take the code from the GitHub only. Okay, great. So just a second, I kept the different example also so that we can test it out. See, this is all the questions, okay, which I created on top of this table. which you can directly ask to your agents. Okay, this is all the questions, basic questions, all advanced question, and like this kind of question only you need to ask right in a real time as well. I just keep that thing in my mind and I like generated all this question. Okay, so here you can see basic question wise. Let's try to ask this question: how many customer are in the customer table? List all the customer with their email address and all. So let's do one thing. Let's try to take this particular question: list all the customer with their email address. My question is going to be changed. Okay, and let's see whether it's going to work or not. So query response, and this is my response, guys. See, the customer with their email address, these are the email address. Okay, so whatever question you are asking, see, the question is the list all the customer with their email addresses. Okay, so inside the customer table we already have a customer. You can see, you can check, right? And that particular detail we are able to fetch. Okay, now let's try to ask some other question. I'm going to pick the question: show the phone number of the customer whose name start with Smith. Just a second. So what I'm doing, I'm going giving this question over here, and let's ask this question. Okay, very simple, very easy. And invoke query, and here see. Once I will check with the response. See, this is the response. Show the phone number of the customer whose last name is a Smith. And this is a complete agentic workflow. It's not a RAG based workflow. I haven't used the database and all anything over here. Believe me, guys, right in front of you only I have built. This is the database which I created just to take the data. Okay, so from here actually I imported a data, this one, from this mydb.db. Right now, let me show you with the other question. Let's try to take some intermediate question. So what is the average order amount? What is the average order amount? And let's see the capability of the LLM, whether it is able to solve it or not, this question. Okay, just a second. So here what I'm doing, I'm just going to list it and see query invoke, and see, this is the match. The average amount is 233.75. And from where this average amount is coming, see, somewhere actually we have a data inside the table which I kept, right? This one, this is my data. And if you will check this order amount, average order, see, I haven't mentioned from the order table or from where automatically it is able to fetch. See the like intelligence of the model. So here 250, 150, 300 and 450. Let's try to calculate it whether it is correct or not. So here I am going to write 250 plus 150 plus 300 plus 450. Okay, divided by what? Equal to divided by 4. Amount is 287.5, and it is giving me 337.5. Okay, so see, this is like a little hallucinations. Okay, which we are getting. Maybe we'll have to be more specific with respect to the query. Okay, that basically you can check it out. Now let's do one thing. Let's try to ask some other question. So let's try to take it from the medium only intermediate question. Here what I can do, see, so customer which have not placed any order. Okay, so customer employee, I think okay, the data is not matching, so we cannot execute this particular query. Order table, where order place generated the 3. Okay, let's ask this particular query. Okay, this one, and let's see whether it is able to answer or not. So guys, you can draw the query. Okay, you can keep as much as like data inside the database, and you can ask the query. So which customer place order greater than 300? So this one, and customer 3. So it is giving me customer 3 has placed order more than $300. You can check it out. You can check it out again inside the table itself. So 300 rupees. See, it is saying order. It is talking about this particular customer. Okay, now let me see here. I mentioned the dollar symbol. Maybe it is not able to interpret this particular information, but it is generating an answer. Okay, from the customer data it is taking. So, did you understand or not? Tell me, yes or no, the complete idea that what I'm trying to do over here. So this actually, this see, it is not going to generate a query. It is directly generating an answer. Okay, based on their intelligence. The query is going to form in middle. Okay, and it's trying to fetch the information from where? From the database directly. Understood. Now, let's try to take a recap of this entire thing, and then finally we are going to conclude this session. So the first thing, guys, first thing we should have a database, okay, which I already shown you. The second thing, basically, you need to be import the database through the LangGraph. Then you can create a toolkit. This will give you one method. This will give you one class. This SQL database toolkit. You can check out this class inside the LangGraph documentation also. Okay, inside the LangGraph documentation. And even they have given you the low level code as well of this particular class inside the LangGraph GitHub. Then here we are passing this DB and LLM. Okay, and based on that, it is providing me some tool. This tool, basically using this particular tool, we can fetch the information. So SQL DB query, SQL DB schema, SQL DB list table, SQL DB query checker, right? These are the name. Now, so what we'll do, see here, we have what? We have this like list table tool, which we are able to fetch. Okay, using this name, we have this get schema tool, right? Then what we are doing, we are going to be check it whether it is working fine or not. Now till here, everything is perfect. Then we have created one more tool, which is our this is our basically custom tool, and it is responsible for giving me a final query. Okay, then here is my like this query checker. I'm going to check the query whether it's correct or not. Then here is my query generation. Okay, this will generate a query. So query will be generated, then query will be checked, right? Good. Then what we have the different methods. So here we have defined the state. So in the message of list, okay, list of messages, the information is going to flow through the different nodes. Okay, then we have the first tool called this I written from my end, but you can remove it also. Okay, it is not required because here I was calling the manual, here I was passing this manual name. Okay, but rather I means later I thought, okay, it should not given like this. I can basically directly start from the second node itself, right? So then we have this handle tool error, means whenever I am going to create a node, if this node, this tool actually, this tool node, okay, see we have a tool, whatever tool basically we are passing, okay, the schema tool, and that or the table tool, okay, that I'm going to convert it to the into the node. If it is giving any sort of error, then we are going to be fallback over here, right? Then here is model check query. So we are going to be check same thing like query check. I already explained you. Then query generation is there. Okay, query generation means what? Query generation again, like it will call the appropriate tool, right? Then should continue where I should go. If everything is perfect, I will end the process. If everything is not fine, okay, means start error and all. It's going to start with the error, then query generation again, then correct query. Okay, it will return the correct query, means the query is correct, and finally will generate the output. Then here is what? Here is my complete node. Okay, and then this is my edges, the connectivity, the complete orchestration. So this is my functionality which I'm going to be converted to the node, and this is the edges, means my complete orchestration. After that, you will get this particular architecture. So with this architecture, you can understand everything in a like one single shot. And then here I have given you some questions. You can check it out on the question. Some question actually is not relevant because we don't have much connectivity inside the data. So first of all, you will have to make a connectivity, right, inside the data itself, and then you can put the question related to the joins and all, right? But whatever question I have given over here, based on that, it is able to fetch the answer. Now you can check. Let me ask the question. Can you give me a phone number of Sunny? Okay, or can you give me an email ID of Sunny? Can you give me a can you give me a email ID of Sunny? Okay, very simple question. So let's see whether I'm able to get or not this particular response. So see, this is the email ID of Sunny, and I hope so it is correct. See, understood. Now let's try to ask one more question from here. So give me the like order. How many order are there? More than 300 rupees. Okay. So this is going to be my question. How many order are there which is more than 300 rupees. Okay, then let me execute it and see what I'll be getting. There is one order which is more than 300 rupees. Okay, so likewise you can test with any sort of a question. So tell me, did you understand this entire project? Did you understand this entire flow? See, this type of project, this type of like agentic system and all, you can mention inside your resume as well directly upfront, right? You just need to change the database to the real-time database, and yes, you can do that. So, did you like it? Did you like this entire project? Will you go through with it? Will you run it from your end as well? If you can give me a surety in the chat, so that then only I can conclude the session. So, code updated with question finally. Let me commit it, and then here is sync changes. Tell me guys, I'm waiting for a reply. If you will give me a confirmation, then I will end the session. And how you will get this entire code. So let me show you that as well. This is the entire code. I'm going to refresh it, and then you can get it. Yeah, you can ask this question. I given you this entire code. Just as, like take it and try to ask the question, okay, to your application. See, I given you the sample question and all everything. Okay, you can make the table changes according to it, and then you can ask those questions. You can test it on those particular questions as well. Okay. So tell me, is it fine to all of you? Yes or no? When there is a multiple table, similar column, when there is a multiple table, similar column, how it query, how it will directly fetch correct table without using LLM token? How it will fetch the correct? Because see, table actually we are going to identify with the table name. Okay, so table name also we have included now inside this workflow. If you will look carefully, right? So just a second, let me show you that. This one. First, actually, we are going to start from the table name itself. So table name would be a different na? Okay. Similar column wise, actually there should be a connection between the column. You should have to make some connection between those column, and based on that only you are going to ask the question. If two column is having a same name, okay, inside a different two table, then based on the table name you are going to be identified. Okay. Yes, the session recording will be available over the YouTube itself. Got it? What about the complex database? It work for the Oracle database as well? Yes, for any database, Kumar. You can check it out. Okay, fine, guys. I think you love the session. Now, what we can do? So we can you show it, Satish? It will take another 1 and 2 hours. I will have to create that type of data. Okay, that type of data table column will have to insert, and we'll have to run it from scratch. So what you can do, you can do it as an assignment. If you have any sort of a doubt after this one, you can ping on my mail ID. Okay, or you can ping me the solution. For sure, I will create one video on top of it, and maybe I will publish it on my channel. Okay, Satish. Great. So this is the mail ID. Perfectly fine. Can we conclude the session? Tell me, guys, if you will give me a confirmation, I will conclude it. Okay, fine. So we'll meet in the next session. We'll try to create some other project, new project. I will introduce something new to all of you. And please do one thing. Please create one end-to-end project out of this project. Okay. And uh, create a UI and all everything. Create a more complex agentic pattern with more complex database data set as well. And try to ask each and every kind of question, and please like send it to me. Okay, here is my mail ID. You can send it to me. I will validate. If I will find out, okay, it is good, I can make a recording. Okay, I can create a recording of that project. I will create a recording. I will upload on Christian YouTube channel. I will upload on my YouTube channel. On both YouTube channel, it will be available. Okay, so that you can at least go through with that particular code. You can, because the code and all everything is available inside the description. So I see most of the people what they are doing, they're just taking the code from the description and like they don't watch the complete videos and all. Okay, that is also fine. So anyhow, like the project should be to you only, right? So you should get a project. That's it. Okay, fine. So let's conclude the session. Again, we'll connect with some new thing, with some new framework and all, with some new project, with the end-to-end project. Until, thank you, bye bye, guys. Good night. Take care. Any doubt, anything? Mail it to my mail ID. Otherwise, you can ping to me on my LinkedIn as well. Okay. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Take care. I'll meet you in the next session.